This is the fourth video using Photoshop to create a kaleidoscope with one image. So I have a couple more steps that I want to show you and some variations. The first thing I want to do is create another layer, and I want to create another layer with all three of these combined. So remember how we did that? We deselect all the layers, hold down Option in in Macintosh, and Alt for the PC. Go to Layers and the options in Layers and Merge Visible. Click, then let go of your key, and you have that all three of these layers combined now into one. I want to rotate this 45 degrees. And you'll see that we don't, when we click on Edit, we don't have a transformation just for that. So I'm going to go to Rotate, and I'm going to make the rotation myself. If you look at the menu, these are going to be only for that tool. And this is my rotation. So I'm going to enter 45 degrees. Here it is, it's rotating that. And I'm going to click on my Move tool to set that. And you'll see if I take the visibility off of these other three layers, this is the layer. The top layer is the only layer that I rotated because I had that layer selected. So I want to go through quickly through some options here with my blend modes. To do that quickly, hold down the Shift key on your keyboard. That will allow you to use the plus and minus up by your numbers. So you'll see your 1 through 0. You have the plus and minus right next to that. Click on the plus key while you hold the Shift key down, and that will take you through those blend modes very quickly. You can kind of see what you want to use. I'm going to keep that on screen. But I want to maybe look at some options that I have here. So maybe I'll try some different things. Maybe I'll click on this, and what if I try darker color here? Look how that changes this. Multiply. Really different just by changing the blend mode on my second layer, the layer below. What if I go, well, how about that? Overlay. Or here, linear color. How about difference? Difference is nice. And if I use difference there, I'm going to click on this top layer and maybe use lighten. How about this? Lighter color. How about subtract? Saturation. You don't even see that rotation. How about color? Look at that. So you get some very different. Once you have these set, go through your blend modes again and change each of these and see other combinations. So you can go through and save several versions of these. So let me just review what we've used. We've used this Move tool. We've used this, which is the magic wand when we wanted to get rid of that little white rim. We've used the crop tool. We've used blend, all the blends going through that, also the opacity of the blend. We've used layers by duplicating the layer, by taking the layer and dragging it down here to duplicate the layer. Then we also merged layers and made a duplicate without destroying our layers by deselecting everything and then going up here to Layer Panel Options, which each panel has its options, by you clicking on this and then going to Merge Visible. So everything visibly was merged into another layer. We've done a rotation, transformations. We've done a rotate, We've used a rotate, a flip horizontal, a flip vertical, which is a mirroring effect. We have also rotated 90 degrees clockwise. So we use quite a few different options and tools to be able to get to this point. Now let's save this, go up to File, Save As. This is going to be number 4. Save. Okay, and I wanted to save it another way. Go to your options in your panel and flatten the image so it has one layer, and then do a File, Save As, and we're going to save this as a JPEG so we can see the difference. If it'll allow me to do this, Save As, there we go. Instead of a PSD, save it as a JPEG. And this will be test 4, but it's going to be a JPEG, so it won't save over your PSD because it's going to have a different extension, JPEG, and then do a save. And I'm going to use maximum. And then look at the different sizes of your images. And here is your test 4, which is 14 megabytes, 14,000 kilobytes. Your JPEG is under 2,000. So that's a difference of, depending on however you're going to use it. That's the end of part 4, using Photoshop to make a kaleidoscope image with just one image.